Good morning, everybody. Today, I think we're gonna do a little video on trying to source clothes, go around to some of these thrift stores and stuff and see if they'll sell me bulk out the back door, since my last video and Goodwill changed their style of bales and you barely get any clothes in their bales for the same price. It's not really worth it for me to go get the trailer, load up the bale, bring it back, unload it, and then when you work in the amount of clothes per pound per dollar, it's like almost the same price as just picking it straight out of the bins. So for that case, instead of buying the box, why don't I just go to the bins and not have to deal with all the extra stuff? So my plan is to go to like Salvation Army, Habitat for Humanity. I don't know if you guys have any of those in your cities, but I know we have a few in Edmonton here. And my plan is to see if they will sell me overflow out the back, and then I can keep my bulk stuff going. So that is the plan for today. We made a couple good sales overnight. I sold a pair of Carhartt pants for $110. These kind of really beat up, stained Carhartt pants. So we're gonna get those shipped off, and I sold a bundle. And then this DC shirt and a Y2K stripes. Polo striped shirts seem to do really well for me. Again, look at this, another striped shirt. Harley, nice Harley, older one that we sold in the bundle as well, tan polo. And there was one other gray shirt, I just need to go find it in one of my bins, but sold that just overnight. So we made a quick like 190 overnight roughly, which is a good day. It's a good way to start the day. The other thing that I wanted to share, and not everyone may have access to this, but because I stream throughout the weeks in Tuesday and Thursday nights, I have this stream deck, which allows me to change scenes and like camera angles very quickly. So you can pretty much customize these buttons to do whatever you want them to do. So for my reselling game, to make my life easier, I programmed one button that says clothing shipping. I press this, and when I press it, it automatically pops up all the things that I need to ship. So it pops up my Depop. I need to add eBay to this, but my PayPal, my shipping platform, brings up my shipping platform and everything I need for selling. So I just grab the addresses, put them into my shipping, and with one button, I have all the web pages open and everything I need to send off the packages, which not super needed for anybody, but it is like a little bit of a time saver, you know, opening up a couple different browsers every time. And I mean, it's not a lot of time, but it adds up eventually, and especially when you're selling a lot of stuff. So kind of a cool little thing. And if you're wondering if it's hard to program, it's not. You just click the button, you just go onto the Stream Deck website and click the websites that you want it to bring up on the button, click OK, and that's about it. So it does save me a little bit of time. So it's kind of a cool thing that I set up and just makes my life a little bit easier. So, and in the reselling world, we all know that little things here and there that save time add up to a lot, especially when you have so many different tasks in the reselling world: sorting, cleaning, pictures, listing, shipping, all the stuff. So little wins.
I get money and I stay out the way. I stay down, yeah, it was all worth the wait. Everything you do.
Man, you're paying a lot more than me. So I'm out here in Texas, right? And we're paying $125 a box for the same thing that you're getting. We buy a lot from Goodwill, and it's the boxes you get. Also, I don't know how far you are, because I think you're in Canada, right? Possibly finding some Goodwills close to you and taking that trailer you got and buying a couple of them.
Damn, that shit makes me happy. Anytime I get like support or comments or feedback back to me from the community or from the work that I put into stuff, it makes me feel like the stuff I'm doing is actually worth it, despite maybe the money not being there. But I've always wanted to like inspire and support and like show people that they can chase their dreams and do the different things, and getting comments back like that makes me feel like I'm doing that. And the fact that people are willing to help me out also makes me feel very good. So that was kind of a coincidence based on how I started this vlog this morning on how we're gonna try and source more clothes and find some different options and where to find things and how to find things. And I get a message like that like 10-15 minutes later about someone trying to help me out on how to find more clothes and different clothes because they watched my last video. So I do really appreciate that, and anyone that leaves a comment or provides any type of support, I do appreciate it. We are gonna make this full-time. We are gonna make YouTube full-time. It's gonna happen. Anytime anyone shows love and support, I appreciate y'all. I believe bro's name was David. Yeah, shout out David. Hopefully you don't mind that going in there. And yeah, sometimes it just feels like the world hears you, you know, like the universe hears you put something out there, and that's an answer back. So I appreciate it. Me and Pippi are gonna go get some clothes. Actually, Pippi's not going anywhere. We're gonna go get some clothes, Pippi. We're gonna go find some places.
Let's go. I took a good look in that mirror. I know I'm that nigga. I feel like a star. I'm praying to God every day. I had an epiphany, put down a czar. The shorty said I need to take better care of myself, so I put the massage. I'm trying to stay focused. I'm getting this money. Yeah, I got my eyes on the prize. In a world full of fake shit, hate shit, snake shit, I know I'm the realest alive. All these bro hoes really be basic. Don't wanna face it. They full of their pride. I'm praying that.
All right. we just hit our first stop, this MCC Thrift Edmonton, which is a new store, I think, in Edmonton that just popped up. And honestly, the prices were really, really reasonable. I found them on Google. Before I left, I sent a couple emails to like Salvation Army, Habitat for Humanity, and a couple like independent thrift stores, and just said like, hey, I'm interested in buying bulk if you got overflow or excess or stuff that's been on the rack for too long and I would like to buy it. When I was looking for places, this is when that came up. So I was like, why don't I go stop there today? And I got a little bit scared because I wanted to go here and ask a manager or something if they'll sell to me in bulk. And while I was in the store, they did reply to my email and they said essentially just phone the store, come into the store. And I do know when you show up boots on the ground to places like this, an in-person face-to-face conversation usually goes a lot better, and you'll usually get a response versus an email where it's easy to be ignored or people just think it's spam. So everyone just looked like a worker here and there wasn't any managers, and I easily could have asked for a manager to ask the question, but I just hate talking to people. Social anxiety is real. So being that they sent the phone number, I'm going to phone in when I get home. It was a little bit busy in the store, so I also didn't want to ask. So I might also come back tomorrow and ask in the morning because I had a really good haul. The prices were really reasonable. Everything was like, there was a few things that were like $20, way too much. But most like t-shirts max $5, and all these kids clothes that I got were like $1 each. I got this vintage Minnie Mouse for $1. Had no tag on it, so like, oh, we'll just give it to you for $1, which is sick. I got this Mr. Potato Head thing, which I got for $4, and probably, just like quick Googles on eBay, probably anywhere from $20 to like $60, easily $10 on Whatnot. And I got this Winnie the Pooh as well, which eBay said it was upwards of $100, which I don't know if I believe that, but it could be because I know people are crazy for their vintage Disney stuff. So nonetheless, this may be a good rotation to get out of the like routine brand name thrift stores of Goodwill, Value Village, and stuff that's like $15 for everything in the store. So hopefully they'll sell to me in bulk excess, but I just gotta muster up the strength to actually talk to a manager. The other thing that I know that works is if you show your face around a store a lot and you buy a lot and a manager notices you and then you approach them, you may also get better success on working out backdoor deals. So we're gonna now go to Habitat for Humanity and then possibly talk to a manager there as well, if I can muster up the strength and stop being a little bitch.
Watch what you say to me. If you see me outside, I'm taking my time.
MCC Thrift, how can I help you?
Hi there. This may be a question for like a manager or something, but I'm wondering if you guys ever get overflow or excess clothes or kind of bulk supply that doesn't or is on the shelf for a long time and you guys are just looking to get rid of it. I buy bulk quite often from other thrift shops, Goodwill, Value Village, and that kind of thing. So I'm just looking to see if you guys are open or willing, or if you already do sell bulk clothes.
But I'll see if our store manager is around and she can chat about this with you. Hold on.
Okay, that would be awesome. What the hell, Are you gonna phone me back? Should I phone them back? Phoning them back. Hi there, I just phoned a couple minutes ago about buying some bulk clothes from you guys. There was a lady on the phone and the line dropped, so I just was phoning back to get put in touch with her. Are you the manager that everyone was hunting down for me?
Yeah, I'm in the middle of a customer thing. What can I do for you?
No worries. I am looking potentially, if you guys are willing or able, to buy bulk overflow, like if you guys have oversupply or stuff that's on the shelves for too long that you don't sell anymore, that we're going to take off the shelf. I'm looking to see if you guys would work something out to buy your excess or stuff that you guys are just trying to get rid of.
Okay, are you with a charity or?
I have my own clothing business, so I'm just looking to buy clothes for my own shop and services. So I buy from Goodwill sometimes already. I'm just looking for a couple other options out there, so that not all my supplies coming from one place and don't have all my eggs in one basket kind of thing, and just looking for some other options.
Okay. Do you want to send me some information at my email and then we'll talk?
I can definitely do that. I mean, she entertained it. She seemed like a little bit unsure why I was phoning, so we'll get this email sent off. I am just coming off a day of working the weekend because I need to make some money to offset some of my lifestyle while YouTubing and doing everything. So I just wanted to turn this on because the realest thing that I've ever realized of becoming an adult and moving out is trying to figure out where things are in the grocery store, because I just walked around that store for like probably half an hour trying to find rubbing alcohol and Q-tips, and not knowing where things are in the store is like probably one of the worst feelings ever. Aside from that, I got this Alani protein shake, and I've heard a lot of people say they like these Alani energy drinks. I don't even think I've ever had the energy drink, but I haven't had lunch yet, and the packaging looks cool, so I wanted to give it a shot, see what it tastes like, and I was craving something cold after a hot day of work and some substance. It's actually not bad. And it doesn't, you can tell that there's like protein powder in it, and how some protein powder has like a really strong aftertaste. You can taste them in it, but it's actually pretty good. Not a brand deal or sponsorship, but. All right, me and Dusty here have been going through our old childhood Pokemon cards. Where are the binders? Here. We were going through all these binders of like stuff from when we were a kid, and it's very sad because we destroyed a lot of them because we actually played with them, and the ones that were hollow, that are worth the most amount of money, we thought were the coolest, so we thought we'd play with them the most. So we have 2 binders. We pulled out some of the decent ones. We had no idea what was in our childhood stuff, so we were just kind of like dug these up after like 20 years of hoarding. So we found a couple that are worth some money, but they're kind of beat, so they're probably only like PSA 4s or 5s, maybe 6s. This one's cool. The Dark Tyranitar, just go through the top ones.
I know, I'm gonna straighten it
Dark
out.
Tyranitar, this one's cool. That one's one of my favorites.
Charizard's cool. Dragonite, Torterra, Ernie, Torterra, the good one. I know this one's and Venusaur promo, Fonsley. A lot of cards here. Ernie, Ultras, that one's next. Shaman? I think I found that in the box too.
That's like the bulk of the good ones we had. So now we're in a Pokemon collecting mood. I have Cassidy's little cousin bought me this for Christmas a few years ago, and I was just holding on to it because I thought it might be worth something sealed one day.
Like it could be eventually if you wait longer, but.
So I could wait longer, but we're like, maybe we should just rip it and see if there's something good in it. So we did also weigh it, and according to, I don't know how accurate the scale is, but according to Google, it should be a hollow according to that weight, but hard to say. So we're gonna rip this package open, see what we get, and then we'll do a little, see how much money we made on this pack.
Okay, before you open it.
It's gonna be my retirement money.
I don't know if there's a retirement card in this bag.
Energy! I haven't played Pokemon in so long, I don't even know what this thing is.
Oh.
The Skidoo. Feels like there's 2 cards stuck together.
Yeah.
Quaxley.
Actually, that's a new starter. Well, it's an old starter now.
So if it's a starter, it's probably okay. Probably not amazing, but starters are usually good.
That was probably 10 cents.
Charticate. Vitaliband.
Did you say fatality? Vitality?
Okay, I'm dyslexic. Okay. Toxtricity.
Yeah, Toxtricity.
He's kind of cool.
Yes. There's a
Yank
full art
away?
of him, that's cool. Mousehold is also a really cool card for full art. There's your hollow.
This is my hollow.
No, your rare's next. It's the last card. Yeah. Got one more. Is it worth it? No. Should have kept the sealed.
That's my hollows professor's research. That's crazy. So how much did we make? Like $1?
I don't know. I gotta look. 28 cents. So far you're at 30.
Nice.
You're at like 60.
We are a few days later from the emails we sent out to both of Salvation Army, Habitat for Humanity, the MCC thrift store, to the managers to see if they will sell us bulk clothes. And update on the phone call with the MCC Edmonton. Haven't heard anything back from the email. I'm gonna follow up this week, but I don't want to be too pushy. I'm just gonna let them try and figure out exactly what they need to get in a line to make that situation happen. So by the end of the week, I'll send a follow-up email and see how that goes, and then potentially update that in a later vlog, because who knows when they're going to give me a response. And then I also got a response from Salvation Army. They asked me to fill out a form that essentially they wanted to see if I aligned with their buyer program. Form, personally, I thought was really weird and unnecessary. It was asking, I mean, the most realistic question on it was like, how much clothes are you gonna take and how often? But then there was asking if you're part of charities and like asking for contacts of who some of your regular buyers are, and a lot of questions that were really unnecessary for just selling from business to business. However, they did get back to me. I filled it out, sent it to them. They got back to me and they said that my application did not align with their policies. So then I emailed them back and I said, well, what would make my application align with your policies? Because I'd really like to work with you. And they got back to me and then said, your amount that you buy does not meet our requirements to make it efficient for our business. Which I'm sniffing a little bit of non-truthfulness out of all of this, because I think they're just trying to throw excuses out there not to deal with me because they don't think I'm a big corporation or something to keep up and buy with. And they're just throwing excuses, because then the next follow-up I sent was, well, what is the quantity that you would like to see me buy to meet your requirements? Because if that's the only thing I'm missing, let's work out a deal here. Let's figure out a price. I can either pay more for less to make it worth your time, or I can potentially take more if that's the issue for loading or delivery or however makes their efficiencies or logistics of their company work. So I just sent them an email and said, what is the logistics that makes this work for us? And I sent that today, so we'll see how that goes. Like I said, I have a feeling it's just them not wanting to work with me because I'm not a big corporation. So I'm gonna go back and forth with them and see how it goes, and if I can't work something out with them, I'm probably just going to go to the individual stores and find the store manager and try and talk to him that way, because I think I'm dealing with like head of operations for all of Salvation Army and not necessarily the store manager. The store manager or store runner may be able to work out better deals for that specific store, and I think who I'm talking to is like the nationwide person or Canada-wide or Western Canada or whatever it is. So I think there's probably some politics there where if you just went straight to the store and try and find a manager, you could probably work something out just face to face. So that will be my next thing. Either way, we got some leads, and conclusion from this video, I do think it is possible to go to all these independent thrift stores and work out backdoor deals to get bales or bulk, or reselling for bulk selling. I'm not sure how it would work with other types of thrifting, but clothes, they definitely get such a high influx of them that I do think a lot of these people are interested. So the opportunity is there, we just need to close some deals. Thanks for watching. We got more bail breaks coming up, more inventory buyouts from other resellers, monthly wrap-ups, the whole 9 yards, thrifting lifestyle. I appreciate y'all for hanging out. Like, comment, subscribe. We're trying to get monetized. I will see y'all next week.
What the hell is you hating for? But you watched that, let it go.